Hello and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got a shortish video on two of the Spellbinders clubs for October 2024. I've got the embossing folder of the month and the 3D embossing folder of the month. You can see a full overview of all of the clubs that I've got. I don't have them all, but I have quite a few of them, and you'll see that overview video. I'll link that down below in the description of this video. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, you'll see lots more of these videos as they come up, because I have a separate video on each of the clubs that I've got here. So without further ado, let's have a little look at these. Now, this is the Checkered Argyll embossing folder of the month. I have got this one for maybe a week or two, and I've used this on quite a lot of my other samples. It's a really beautiful folder, and it can be used for all sorts of things, not just Christmas. So I'm going to show you some cards that I've already made with it, and then I'll sort of use it on some different card as well here for you. But if you haven't already seen some of the other videos, this is the large die of the month here, and I've used this on the background. So you can see there how I've just used it in white card, but it just makes a really beautiful background if you don't want the background to overtake the whole card. That's it in plain white card. I've used it there on some pearlescent card, and it really does pop when you see the sort of shadows falling. And then there it is again on another white card used in landscape orientation. And again, I have embossed the pajama legs in the same as the background here. Now, this other one is the Joyful Candy Canes. I'm just going to show you it here on the white. This one was a little bit delayed in coming to me, so I'd gone ahead and used the other one quite a bit. This one obviously is definitely just for Christmas, because you've got your poinsettias and your holly and the candy canes and whatnot. So I have used it to decorate little panels on this little box here, and hopefully you can see just how well that beautiful 3D pattern shows up. It is really beautiful. I've had a little play with some other things here, just adding some ink onto it and rubbing onto the back. Look how beautiful it looks on the debossed side as well, just on plain white card. And then I've inked over the debossed side, and that picks up the flat area, and then you can colour into that side as well. I've also had a little bit of messy crafting with inks and just blended them in here, and obviously you're not going to get something really perfect on that, but I think that turned out rather well as well. I should have said too that my affiliate links for everything I use will be down below in the description of the video. My links to all the different clubs will be down there, and to anything else I use as well. So subscribing to my channel doesn't cost you anything, and using those links doesn't cost you anything extra either. Going back to the big folder, the 3D one, which is the Joyful Candy Canes, I've used this on some satin card here, and the effect is really beautiful. I do think that the 3D embossing folders show up really well on cards with some kind of a shine or a sheen to them. I could have left that as it was, and that is absolutely gorgeous just like that. But I've come in with some Nouveau embellishment mousse. I've just taken some on my finger, and I'm rubbing this lightly, and obviously you can come back and add more onto it if you want, but if you just rub that along some areas that are embossed there, you'll see just how well it picks up. And you can see there I'm going in very lightly to start off with, just a hint of a shine there, and then you can come back in and add as much shine or sheen as you actually want. But it just picks up that pattern really beautifully. Again, you're going to hit some areas that are flatter on the card just because I'm using my finger, but don't worry about that, because it all adds to the sheen and the handmade look of the finished card, and it's really beautiful. Whenever you actually emboss a full-sized folder like this, it gives you lots of options, because you can use it in one big panel like that, or as you can see here, you can chop it up into smaller sizes, or even here, and you can also make it into tags and tabs and banners and all sorts of things as well. I trimmed that panel down and mounted it onto some grey card. It's actually satin silver, but it looks kind of grey there. And then I have put it onto a little an A2 card there in the landscape mode, because obviously I want these candy canes to be sitting up the right way. Now this is a little sticker from the Oh Joyful Day set by Rosie Studios. Came in this little pack, and I have just put it onto some of the same card that I've used in the background here, and I want it kind of, yes, just about there. I think embossing folders are fantastic for when you want just a really quick card, because they just make a really impactful background, and you don't even need to put a sentiment on them. You could just leave it the way it is, or you could add a big die cut or something, but the background is there and it just really pops. I think I actually showed you the wrong packet there. I may have showed you the chipboard stickers, but it was actually from the little sentiment, was actually from the clear sticker pack here. That's this one. I liked the way that one turned out, and then I also had some of the same panel left over, so I trimmed it and put it right across a slightly bigger card. This is an A6 card, and then you can see here that the white panel that I'd already embossed, I've taken a strip right across the centre of that one, and now I'm going to place that directly on top. I've got double-sided tape on there, and I want to put that right across here, and that just stands out really, really beautifully on there. I just remembered then that I had this beautiful little wax seal that I had made earlier. I'll put a little link to the video that I made that in if you want to check it out, and it would look really beautiful on there, because not only is it Christmas and it's got a little bauble on it, but it just fits the centre of that beautifully, and it's just the right colours. So I'm going to take one of these wax seal stamp adhesive circles, just lift that off there, put it on the back, and pop that right into the centre of the card. Isn't that embossing folder just absolutely beautiful whenever you just put it on the way it is, and you don't really need anything, only a sentiment on there? But I thought this time I would actually add something else, so I've embossed it in white card, and then I also embossed it in the same card that I've used in the background, and just fussy cut the flowers out. So I have 3 of these, and I'm going to put one on here and then add the other 2, but I thought it would be really, really nice if I added a little strip which is also embossed, but embossed with the embossing folder of the month, so it's not 3D. It's this beautiful Checkered Argyll, and I'm going to put it across here where it kind of grounds the flowers. They're not just floating in the middle of this. So I've got one here, and I've got a 3D foam pad on it. I don't need glue. Don't know why I'm getting glue, but I think this one I will try to put, yeah, round about there, so it just covers exactly the one below it. This is a top fold card here, so it's actually quite nice. And then I'll add the other 2 on. I wanted to leave lots of that white showing there because I think that's really, really pretty. It's very, very nice. There we are. There we are. And then I'm going to add just a tiny little sentiment on there. So this is from the Oh Joyful Day by Rosie Studios, and it's the clear sticker pack. It's a very, very tiny little one, and I've just actually just put it onto some white card so that it shows up a little bit more, because if I'd put it straight on here you wouldn't have been able to see it. So that is going in there. It's a tiny dinky little sentiment, but it's actually really nice. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I've actually used quite a few pieces of this embossed card here on lots of other cards, so I'm not going to use it just as much on these ones, but I thought I would like to use it as the background here. And you can see I've got a little dauber here. I've cut a little strip of the poinsettia one as well here, and I'm just going to add some ink into the centre of those. I'll probably cut them out, I'm not too sure at the minute, but I think I want to put them across the way, maybe on here as well. I've got this little panel here, and the pattern is going the other way, and that was deliberate because I just wanted it to stand out a little bit more. So that's going on just across there. I've got that just on double-sided tape. I could have probably popped that up a little bit, but anyway, I'm going to put these 3 poinsettias on here. I had actually cut out the little leaves as well, but they didn't look too good, so I'm going to just pop them in just exactly where I need them. They weren't in the right position, just where they were on there. I've cut out the piece and then To You and Yours, and these are from the Spellbinders Season of Wonder piece stuff die set, and I'm going to pop this one on here and this one up here, so sort of to balance the card, and that will be that one finished. As always, I thought I had that finished, but then I came back in and added a couple of little sequins on there, and I think it does make all the difference just to give a little bit of extra sparkle. So that's all the cards I'm going to make for now with these embossing folders, but I hope you've enjoyed them, and I hope I've actually given you lots of other ideas along the way of different things that you could do with them. And I do hope that you would like to experiment with those as well, and if you do, leave me a little comment down below and let me know what you think you might do with them as well. So thank you once again for watching, and don't forget that my affiliate links for everything I've used will be down below in the description of the video. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it gives me a little commission. And also, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, that would be wonderful too. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. But thanks so much for watching in the meantime. Bye bye.